Okay, thank you. I'm calling to order this meeting of the Town Council of West Windsor for October 27th, 2025. Allison, can you please call the roll?
Gawas. Here. Jeevers.
Here.
Mandel.
Here.
Weiss.
Here.
Whitfield.
And have we adequately noticed?
Yes, we were adequately noticed to the Times in the Princeton Packet on January 17th, 2025, filed with the municipal clerk, posted here at the Township Municipal Building and on the Township website. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Of the United States of America, to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Tonight, we have two ceremonial matters. Chief? Joe, somebody please get the police chief in here. Chief Garofolo is going to present a plaque to Mrs. Hodges. So, Chief, take it away.
No.
No. Speak. No. You can take that mic out and speak in it if you want.
No, you need the mic.
You have to. You can. You have to.
Okay.
You can take it out and walk with it a little.
It's like karaoke night. Okay. Very good. I didn't want to rip it out, so. Okay, thank you for allowing us this little bit of time tonight. We have a very, very important dedication. We have a lifelong resident, friend, and companion of the police department, Leona Hodges, here today. And what her and her husband have done for this police department, for multiple police departments across Mercer County, and for all of us is just legendary for everything they have done. Not only have they have, and I apologize for giving my back to you, but I'll turn. Not only have they protected us, but the public for so many years and so many different ways that most people did not even know. So, you know, Peter have the funeral home, the Mather Hodge Funeral Home, and for many, many years, what we're talking about from the 70s, that Peter and Leona would fund all of our bulletproof vests. So they would do it for us, they would do it for Princeton. I don't even know how many other agencies. Yeah, and it's just, so the only way we were able to get vests was through their generosity for many, many years, including myself. I remember my first vest came from Peter. I remember him coming and thanking him personally for what he has done for us. So he has kept us, literally kept us alive and safe for all these years. And in 2019, Leona decided to give a donation to the police department for our canine, our drug canine, Canine Hodge. So today I'm here to dedicate a plaque in memory of Canine Hodge. And I'm going to read it. It's very brief. In memory of Canine Hodge, to Mrs. Leona Hodge, who faithfully served the West Windsor Police Department from 2019 to 2025. Your generosity made his service possible. Named in honor of your late husband, Peter Hodge, Canine Hodge became our department's first narcotics canine, responsible for major seizures, arrests, and countless contributions to the safety of our community. And I could probably read for about 20 minutes. We talked about it briefly during when we eulogized him at one of our last council meetings, how many different drug arrests and how many different arrests he has made through the state police, through West Windsor, and through other agencies, keeping our residents safe. And we're not talking about marijuana, we're talking about serious drugs throughout the entire state. So no, that's not a drug problem in West Windsor. There's a problem everywhere. And that's what he was responsible for over and over and over again. Peter and Leona Hodges' lifelong commitment to law enforcement, from providing bulletproof vests for our officers to gifting us with Canine Hodge, has safeguarded generations, and I mean literal generations, of West Windsor officers and residents. Your family's legacy lives on in the service, protection, and sacrifice of Canine Hodge. with eternal gratitude from all of us at the West Windsor Police Department. We can never thank you enough for everything your family has done.
Okay. Chief, did you want the council up or do you want one first and then we'll come up? What would you like?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Put this back so you can talk about things.
And thank you,
Thank
because
you.
we all have wonderful memories of K-9 Hunch. I remember it was a fairly happy event when we found out that he had passed away. So it was a kind of a downer at that point. Okay. Tonight we also do what we've done for a number of years. Allison, do you have any idea how many years? Maybe Gay knows? Okay, for 25 years. I know Gay Huber, who's in the audience, was very, very instrumental in working on this. This is a proclamation for unity, which used to be known as Women's Space. So I'll read the. Let me read the proclamation, and then we'll get up and present it. This is the 2025 and 25th year Communities of Light Proclamation. Where it is the policy of West Windsor Township to recognize organizations that have contributed to the overall benefit of the community. And whereas Unity, formerly known as Women's Space, founded in 1977, has demonstrated a unique ability to provide comfort, support services, crisis intervention, and safety to women, men, and children who are victims of sexual assault and strangulation. And whereas Unity, in the belief that peace begins at home, has asked the Mercer County community to join them in their struggle against violence towards women by participating in their annual Communities of Light project, and whereas Unity has provided emergency shelter in secure locations and comprehensive services for victims of domestic violence since 1977 and sexual assault since 2002 and strangulation since 2024 for more than 130,204 women, 17,782 children, and 9,397 men. Additionally, Unity has assisted more than 332,296 hotline callers over the last 48 years, and West Windsor Township commends Unity for their efforts to bring an end to the cycle of interpersonal violence imposed on women, men, and children Whereas Mayor Marathi and the Township Council members urge each and every household to demonstrate their support of the concept that peace begins at home by placing luminaries along their driveways and sidewalks on Monday, October 27th, 2025, as a visible symbol of that support, and whereas the proceeds from Communities of Light 2025 will be used to fund vital services for victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, strangulation, and human trafficking. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Mayor Marathi, Hemant Marathi, and the Township Council of the Township of West Windsor, County of Mercer, State of New Jersey, to hereby proclaim October 27th, 2025 as Communities of Light Day, and hereby honor Unity on their many accomplishments and wish them continued success with Communities of Light in the years to come. We're going to call up the Reverend Susan Victor that I had the pleasure with a couple of others meeting earlier. If you'll notice when you came in, we have some lights out there in the front. And she's the Chief Operating Officer and Client and Community Service Director. So we're going to come up and present this to you, and thank you for the amazing work that you do. Thanks.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Okay. Now that we've done the ceremonial part, we're going to open up public comment. Allison, did you want to give some background on that? Well, before we start, public comment is a 3-minute limit per person. A possible maximum minute of 30-minute comment period together, and just limit your comments. There's a clock in the back, which will let you know as your 3 minutes times come down. Who's on the,
Off the list is Andy Brumber.
was there someone else on the list? I thought there was another name there.
Up for first or second public comment.
I think he misunderstood that what was an agenda item. So I think he wanted first public comment. Okay.
Hello, I'm Andy Bromberg, 24 Providence Drive. Today I'm talking about a situation at the senior center. As everyone knows, we have a great senior center, and recently we lost our bus driver who was very qualified but is no longer with us. I actually use the bus service, and for a few weeks I've been brainstorming with some friends. What I'm going to announce is not an original idea, but it's just some of the suggestions we came up with. Is it possible that we could reach out to, and it's not my idea, but it's a good idea. Could we reach out to Rick's bus service and get a bus driver from Rick's bus service? Now, if common sense is, I see buses in front of my house, 7 a.m., 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then I see buses at 3 and 3:30. And so what are they doing during the day? Could some of them be assigned temporarily to help us out at the senior center? Now, I'm usually picked up, let's say my scheduled time is 9:05. Sometimes they show up at 5 to 9, so I'm still waiting there. But maybe we, at the senior center, we could adjust our schedules to go out a little later. So maybe we could be picked up at 9:30 or 10, and then we could be dropped off at 1, something like that. Because it sounds like there's a lot of bus drivers, but during the day, they might not be that busy. So that's my suggestion. Contact, and maybe someone could comment on it. Because since I've not gone to the senior center, people are not showing up to play pool. So we need that bus. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah.
Mr. Kawaja?
Hi, thanks for having me. My name is Irfan Kawaja. I live in Princeton. Though I'm not a West Windsor resident, I have in the past worked in West Windsor, and as a commuter, I'm in West Windsor every day, twice a day. So I've read with interest about your upcoming election, and in particular paid attention to some of the questions asked of the candidates, but it seems to me that one question has gone unasked, which I'd like to ask, which is, would the mayor and council be willing to pass a municipal resolution in favor of the Immigrant Trust Act? Such resolutions have been passed by some 20 municipalities in the state, including Princeton, Trenton, Montgomery, and possibly Cranberry, which is putting it up for a vote, and 3 counties, including Essex, Hudson, and Union. Now, as you all know, there's an ongoing controversy in West Windsor about the Bridgepoint 8 warehouse proposal, which I understand is going forward. But lost in this controversy are some little noticed, but to my mind, highly significant facts. First, much of the frontline staff in warehouses of this kind consists of immigrant workers, including undocumented ones. Second, these workers are on the receiving end of a severe and systematic set of assaults by federal law enforcement. And third, these operations have taken on an increasingly brutal and lawless character. Some of us have seen these close at hand. So the ITA would codify and extend the protections of the existing Immigrant Trust Directive to protect such workers. The push for local resolutions is intended to press state legislators to pass the act before it's too late. Now, in speaking before local bodies across the state, I've often heard the objection that state-level legislation like the ITA is beyond the purview of a given local body. Local bodies, we're often told, would prefer to focus on exclusively local matters. But this seems to me unrealistic and in any case contradicts standard practice. So every council meeting begins with a pledge of allegiance to the flag of the nation and the republic, neither of which are local matters. The pledge itself is a reminder that local matters are wider than merely local. On a more practical note, when grants are at issue, local and regional politics come together. Localities look to the broader community for support and vice versa, and West Windsor is no exception in this respect. So given all that, I think that West Windsor, like any other locality, owes the larger community a modest duty of reciprocity, and the pro-ITA resolution is just that. It expresses support for migrants and joins the wider struggle for them without imposing a binding legal obligation on the town or costing anything. So I hope that you will give it serious thought. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on the list?
No, no one else on the
Mhm.
list?
Is there anybody else that wishes to get up and do public comment today? Nobody? There'll be one more public comment available later in the meeting. Not seeing anybody who wishes to make public comment. I will now close the public comment. Okay. Mayor, do you have any comment on the bus? On Andy's question?
Yeah, I'll answer later. Finish
Okay.
in my comment, I'll answer.
You'll put it in the.
Yeah.
Okay. Opening it now up to administration comments.
Yes, I
Marlena?
have several announcements. Brush and leaf collection is occurring in Zone 4 this week. The Historical Society of West Windsor will be holding 2 visitations to explore the Dutch Neck Presbyterian Church's cemetery, featuring over 1,200 burial plots. There are 2 times, 11 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. It will be on November 2nd, free to anyone who wishes to register, but you have to go online and register through the Historical Society's website. Also on November 2nd, from 1 to 4 p.m., the Historical Society will be offering a tour of several historic buildings at the 18th century Skank farmstead. It's free to the public and it will be held at 50 Southfield Road here in West Windsor Township. There's information on that event as well on the Historic Society's website. There will be a flu clinic here in West Windsor at the Senior Center, 271 Clarksville Road, on Wednesday, November 5th from 4 to 5 p.m. It's open to West Windsor, Robbinsville, and Hightstown residents 3 years and older. You can register online, or you can come the day of the flu clinic and get your flu shot. The West Windsor Health Department will hold its rabies vaccination clinic on Thursday, November 6, 2025, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Princeton Junction Firehouse, 245 Clarksville Road. Animal owners are asked to register their pets online. If you have more than 1 pet in your household, please register each pet separately. Each pet should be accompanied with an individual adult. All pets must be secured on leashes, no retractable leashes. Dogs and cats must be healthy at least 3 months or 12 weeks of age to be vaccinated. And finally, there will be a COVID-19 vaccination clinic. It will be the Moderna Spikevax. This too will be at the West Windsor Senior Center on Thursday, November 13th from 10 a.m. to noon. It's open to individuals aged 12 and older. And for individuals 6 months and older who are uninsured and underinsured can call the West Windsor Health Department. Residents can also register online through the Health Department webpage. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrea. I'll first answer the question. And you know, bus is very near and dear to my heart. My mom rides it, so I get a status report every day. Unfortunately, the bus driver was very competent. She had a personal issue. She had to resign. You need a CDL. Otherwise, I offered to ride the bus. Don't have a CDL. And you see the problem with CDS licenses in the US. But we do have identified a person, but the person needs to give notice to the existing, so we can't disclose until that's all resolved. So we are very optimistic that soon you will get your bus back. Your suggestion is good. I was thinking about it. Probably between 9 and 2, because the high school ends at 2:42. So they have to go back to the high school at 2:15 and 2:30 at least. So they probably have to end the last run by 2, and they can't start before 9. I believe the elementary school starts around 9, 8:50, whatever.
8:45, elementary starts at
8:45.
8:45.
So I can check. Maybe they can do 1 run or so. Our bus does, but there's a lot of demand for buses. I know there are people waiting to get on the bus. So I will talk to the superintendent and see if that's a possibility. I mean, they can even use their own bus, the school district bus. We can pay them. That will save them some time. So I will look into it. But I'm optimistic that as soon as that driver's other obligation is taken care of, we will have a driver again. So that's one. Second, I just want to thank the uh, West Windsor Bicycle Pedestrian Alliance. You know, they are very active in putting up signs, the 4 feet minimum clearance signs, and through their leadership, not only just in West Windsor, but throughout Mercer County, they are putting about 18 signs that are paid for. They're permanent sign, not like the banner that they did, the 4 feet minimum clearance. So I just want to thank them for their leadership in this regard. Um, I'm also happy to announce that West Windsor has received a 2,500 grant as a participant into the residential energy efficiency outreach campaign on behalf of Sustainable Jersey and PSENG Energy Efficiency Partnership Program. This grant will provide 2,500 and additional resources to promote PSENG cost savings program that benefit West Windsor residents. All residents are eligible, and lower income residents will learn for opportunities to save money on the cost savings project. We received this grant as a benefit of being a sustainable Jersey municipality, and we just got certified as a silver level thing. And to be very honest, I have to thank the EC Chair Ephraim Burks, the new advisor Purnima Gupta, and Andrea Mandel, who has been always after me to apply for grants like this. So through their leadership, they did most of the work or all of the work to apply for the grant. And I'm very happy that we received it. So thank you to all three of them. And finally, just want to talk a little bit about rec department. They held a very successful trunk or treat event last Saturday at the Skank Farm. That event was almost about to be cancelled, and Historical Society stepped up to agree to host the event. And thanks to Rec Department, Historical Society, the police, DPW, and both fire departments, professional and volunteer, it was a great success. I mean, they ran out of parking spaces, so that's a sign of a great success, and hopefully it will keep increasing. So just want to thank the Rec Department and Historical Society for making that event possible. The Rec Department is also hosting a Diwali Festival of Light events at Grover Middle School this Saturday from 1 through 6 p.m. All are invited. There's no fee. It's just fun and food. And Indian sweets are always the best. They don't have any calories during Diwali season, so you can eat as much as you want. So hope to see you there. And lastly, the drone show was very successful last year. Last year it was done because we couldn't do fireworks due to restrictions from the state. But the drone show was so successful that nobody wants fireworks now. Everybody wants drone show. Drone show is far more expensive than fireworks. I just want to clarify because some of the people have been asking online that both the fireworks and drone show are 100% sponsored by Rec Department. The money for that comes through the profit, if you want to call that profit, of the programs that they run. Whatever income they generate out of those programs are put in a trust fund, and that trust fund has always, I mean, as far long back as I remember, they've always sponsored the fireworks since I moved in town. I don't know when it started. And they will also sponsor the drone show. There's no line item in West Windsor budget for that event. It's not funded by taxpayers, but they do need your help to raise funds. They will publish a fundraising appeal. They need to raise about $10,000 to, they will pay whatever they used to pay for fireworks, but the additional expense they are hoping to raise through donations from businesses and local people. So please do donate. It was a great success. It was a great opportunity for the community to come together and appreciate what we have. And again, as we are the first in Mercer County to do it. I'm sure after people see that, other towns will start doing it. So again, you will see the appeal between now and December. Please do donate generously as much as you can to make it possible. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Moving on to council comments. Linda, would you like to go first?
Well, earlier today, several of us, including Gay Huber, Allison, Sheehan, our township clerk, Chief Garofalo, Andrea, and I lit the luminaries for unity outside the municipal building. Each light is a sign of courage, connection, and healing. We all stand in solidarity with the victims, survivors of domestic and sexual violence. We remember those we lost and reaffirm our shared commitment to end abuse in all its forms. I attended this past Sunday the morning. There was a kickoff for the Martian Bike Ride, which started at Grover's Mill Coffee House. So thanks to the West Windsor Bicycle and Pedestrian Alliance and the Historical Society of West Windsor for organizing this fun event. This past Saturday, there was another fun event, as the mayor mentioned, at the Skank Farmstead. So the rec department's trunk or treat, along with the Historical Society of West Windsor, was well attended, and the kids had a lot of fun running around in their costumes and playing games. So that was also a big success. VEG for Pets is now open in West Windsor. Its location is next to Lowe's on Route 1. There's an ER-trained team for veterinarian emergencies for dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, and exotic animals. So you can walk in or you can call 609-257-2281, and they are open 24/7. So it was very interesting to take the tour there, and very open concept. So you can stay with your pet and get the necessary treatment. Sidewalks, if your sidewalk is broken or uplifted by township tree roots, please call the Engineering Community Development Department to get on our sidewalk replacement list. Each year we budget for this in the capital budget. I think some people are just not aware of it. It is by ordinance the homeowner's responsibility to fix broken sidewalks. However, if there are street trees that were put in by a developer or the township, and they're causing the problems with the sidewalks, please take advantage of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Dan, would you like to go?
Thank you, Chair. I wanted to acknowledge a gentleman who talked about the Immigrant Trust Act. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. I'm very much in support of that act, and I would certainly support a resolution from the council in support of it as well. Earlier this year, I actually wrote a story about my support of it, and I have been chatting with our legislative representatives here at the state level, our assembly and state senator, to get their support. So thank you for your comments about the differentiation between what happens at the local level and how that really is integrated into much larger views. If you've been here before, you've heard me talk about how I think it's the responsibility of our council to raise the voice of the people who live in our community. And I think that's a very worthwhile effort to take. So thank you. I wanted to pick up on the mayor's comment about the Recreation Commission's fundraiser. They've formally announced and launched a fundraiser for the drone show. There's a couple of different aspects of it. One is on the commercial side, to look for large, likely commercial organizations within the township or the greater community to make sponsorship donations, which could include an image of their business or logo up in the sky as part. There's actually two slots available for that. That's the highest level, but there's a couple of lower tiers for other businesses to put their banners up on our stage, to be included in our email blasts and other advertisements. So and then
How much for the two?
2,500.
2,500. All right, guys.
So I actually have already speaking to one organization, one business in West Windsor that is looking into doing that. So hopefully we got one out of two, and I'm going to continue to chat with other folks about filling up those two slots, because that would take care of basically half of the fundraising if you got both of those two. But there's also the community aspect of this. So there's the ability, they've announced a link on our website for any person to make a donation as little as $10 or $25 or $50, however much you think it's worth it, perhaps, especially for pet owners who want to protect their pets. This is a great way to donate on their behalf. Hey, if we find 100 people that are willing to give us $25, that's, a significant amount. So I'm going to be promoting this. I encourage everybody on the council and within our community to promote it as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Sonia?
Well, I saw that rec department announced it this morning. I was just about to message Ken and you asking, because there were many residents who were already reaching out to me asking. So, and right before I was ready to type the email, I saw the flyer go up, and I took that and forwarded it to everybody who reached out to me. So hopefully some donations will be coming that way. I have people asking me about it from other towns if we are going to do the drone show again this year. So we may have more people show up to watch the show, Mayor, this year. So we may need extra enforcements, maybe. Who knows? I'm just saying. I don't have much to say. This is that time of the year when I always make a request to all our residents to be careful. The daytime daylight savings ends this coming weekend. So, it's getting darker sooner, and with the time change, it will be darker earlier. Especially when people are returning back from work, school. Please make yourself visible if you're a pedestrian. I am a pedestrian. My son runs all the time, and I think it's on to us pedestrians to make sure that we are visible to the cars and vehicles on the roads. It's very important to do that, because if you are wearing all black and walking in dark, guess what? The cars can't see you. So I really, really encourage everyone to do that. Our Bicycle Pedestrian Alliance does a wonderful job educating everybody. I'm actually having them over at High School North this week to talk to our new drivers, our senior high school students who are driving. So, I think education begins there, and hopefully they can bring some education back to their parents. But because I live right off of Cranberry Road, and many times I have come across that one person who's wearing all dark and walking in the dark. So let's just be careful and keep ourselves safe and others safe. So, and just be mindful of all the speed limits, because we are getting a lot of messages of people not following speed limits and just being late and rushing. So just be careful about that. The other thing I wanted to request everybody is to follow the red blinking lights when the school bus stops to pick up our kids. Please don't go around them. It's illegal, but more so keeping our kids safe is really, really important. So please follow that. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. And that's such a simple thing, asking people not to wear all dark when they're walking in the dark. And I invite everybody to go outside and look at somebody else that's standing there in the dark and see how far away you can actually see them, because it's very difficult.
When you leave for work in the morning and you're wearing all dark, you're not thinking about it. But after 4 o'clock, when it gets dark and you're returning back at, let's say, 5, 6 o'clock, all you need is something small that reflective tape or a light or something on you that shows people that there's somebody on the street. So,
All right. I want to thank the mayor for mentioning this Sustainable Jersey grant and for helping apply for it. Tonight, we're going to vote on Resolution 2025-R231 which supports our grant application to Sustainable Jersey for what's called the Residential Energy Efficiency Outreach Campaign, which is part of the Sustainable Jersey PSE&G Energy Efficiency Partnership Program. The preliminary application was received, and I've been told once we pass the resolution that it will be accepted. The grant will provide us $2,500 in additional resources, such as a website and mailings, to promote the PSE&G cost savings programs that are available to West Windsor residents. The program from PSE&G provides free inspections and more to help residents save energy, which is both good for the environment and helps defray some of the price increases that we're all experiencing. All residents are eligible, and the lower income residents will learn of opportunities to save on some or all of the costs of some of the energy saving projects in their home. The mayor mentioned the ability to receive the grant from Sustainable Jersey is only for those who are part of the Sustainable Jersey program, of which we have just gotten our renewal on our silver level. And I'm glad we can take advantage of the opportunity. I also want to thank the chair, Brian Books, and our new advisor, Purnima Gupta, in the Environmental Commission, and the mayor for approving and helping us to apply for this useful program. And they'll probably give us a bunch of literature, and that'll be another thing we can put on our council table also when we're doing council at National Night Out and a few other activities. There's been a bunch of activities over the last couple of weeks. Early voting started on Saturday, and almost 800 West Windsor voters have already taken advantage over the weekend of early voting. It's fast and convenient, and even better, this year you could do it locally. Thank you to our township clerk, Allison Sheehan, the mayor, Councilwoman Jeever, who worked, I know I was with that too, to make this happen, and to the county for approving it. All West Windsor and Mercer County voters can go to the West Windsor Library between now and November 2nd, between 10 to 8 or 10 to 6 on Sunday to vote. Now, please go out and vote. Let's make this the best voter turnout, particularly for an off-year election that we've ever had. I've also attended the PET ER grand opening on 10/16. I'm happy, since I'm somebody who tends to be allergic to fur in the house. I'm kind of happy to see a vet ER that handles things that have fins and feathers and yeah, I've had reptiles, I've had amphibians, I've had all kinds of stuff. Right now I've got feathers. And I walked at the JFCS Wheels for Meals Bike Run Walk fundraiser on Sunday morning. This group provides meals for those in need to over 1,900 Mercer area households each month, including 270 West Windsor residents. Trunk or treat on Saturday. Everybody's talked about that. Thank you to everyone. It was a smashing hit. I was particularly touched that Kay Reed, who is one of the founders of the Historical Society from back in the 80s, told me that she'd always dreamed of seeing a community turnout at the Historical Society buildings like she saw this weekend. So I'm glad we all made that dream come true, and I think it was just a wonderful community event that was great for kids and just for everybody. I was at a robotics open house at Learning Roof Ravi, talking to members of their new First Tech Challenge team and reviewing their robot designs. Their War of the Worlds was big this weekend. There was a ham radio event I stopped at Van Ness Park. And I also saw Hysteria, which is a new original staged reading play of the War of the Worlds at the Arts Council on Sunday evening. And that was another pretty much sold out house with people sitting in the back and everything. And so this was a really heavy community weekend. I just wish every weekend could be like this. It was just one heavy Martian, but community in all different aspects. People were just happy to come to everything in town. Looking forward to the Diwali celebration this weekend. And also, I'm kind of looking forward to the elections being over so that we can kind of get back to a little bit more normalcy. And
Andrea,
yes?
I just have one update. since Linda mentioned sidewalks in there, I'd forgotten earlier. We just opened the bid for the $150,000 that you give us to fix the sidewalks for 2025. That will fix roughly about 7,000 square feet of sidewalk, which is roughly about 434 slabs. After we do that, use the $150,000, only 87 requests remain on our list. People that have submitted. The oldest request that who just got cut out of this round was August 1, 2024. So roughly about a year it's taking to fix the request once it's made. So that will probably August 1, 2024 probably will take 2 years because it will be included in next year's budget, which means it won't be done sometime later next year. So probably around 2 years. So there's only 87 less on the 87 individual slabs on the list, and the oldest is from August 1st, 2024.
So basically, we're, with a little bit of an exception, only taking a year as of now.
Yeah. I mean, year plus after you do the bond ordinance get approved. So actually, once the slab is replaced, it's probably 2 years, but it's not an exorbitant list.
Well, if
So
somebody's on there from August the 1st, 2024, that's just a little more than a year ago, so.
Yeah, but that was not done. So that will be in
Yeah,
26 budget, right? So
Right.
by the time 26 budget, you pass the bond ordinance, it gets out and set out to bid. The bids
Yeah, so
come back.
that,
Yeah, I
that-
mean,
whoever that
people-
one is will wait, but
I-
everybody,
yeah.
everybody before that got a good deal.
I just like to caution people, it's
I know.
not automatic. I mean, as soon as the budget is passed,
Mm.
it still takes 6 months after the budget is
Mhm.
passed to do any project in the budget. So,
You don't want to overpromise, I understand.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
So,
basically you're saying after, in this budget, after the 434 slabs gets fixed, we have 87 left in the list for. the-
yeah, everything that was submitted before August of 24 will be fixed in this bid that we are about to award. We just opened the bid.
And where that's assuming that we get the bid at what you're looking at right now.
No, the bid is, we opened the bid, so we
Oh, the
now
bids are
know.
open.
Yeah, we bid, that's why I'm saying.
Okay.
We opened the bid, so we know roughly 7,000 square feet will fix, which is roughly 434 slabs. Approximately, give or
Okay.
take, yeah.
So we got a decent bid again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's, if anyone, I guess, has priced this out, we get, the way we do it is substantially less than if somebody went and tried to hire a reputable
Yeah,
firm.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, well, that's good news. Thank you. Okay, at this point, Allison, announcements?
Let's see, in addition to early voting that runs through Sunday, November 2nd, with the addition of the West Windsor location at the Mercer County Library here at 333 North Post Road. Tomorrow is the deadline to apply for a mail-in ballot by mail. However, the deadline to apply in person for a mail-in ballot is November 3rd by 3 p.m. And we will also have a link on our election website page that links to the county clerk's page that'll show election results. That'll start getting updated at the close of polls on election day, starting at 8 p.m. Okay, that's it.
Sounds good. They link to an outside company, I believe, that does all that, so,
That does their,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and makes
updating,
pretty
so-
charts. So,
Mhm.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
And thank you for all your help getting that early voting location.
Thank you.
Okay, with public hearing?
Okay, 2025-17, an ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 168, Traffic and Parking of the revised general ordinances of the Township of West Windsor, 1999, Article 5, Traffic and Parking Regulations on Private Property, Article 7, Schedules, and Article 7, Schedules for Princeton Greens.
Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing on this particular ordinance, 2025-17. Is there anybody that wishes to come up and speak on this ordinance? This is your time to speak on it. Seeing none, I'm going to entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Gawes,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Whitfield, Mandel.
Yes. Thank you. And now I'm going to ask for a motion to adopt 2025-17.
Salute.
Second.
Is there any comment from council on it?
No, just to say that this came about from the Princeton Greens Homeowners Association Board of Trustees. So that's where this originated from.
Right, and I understand they did have a vote on it, and which did pass, and that's how we got it. Any other comments from council on the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have one concern specific to the speed limit sign that's part of the whole package. My concern is that there's been no study to validate that that is an appropriate speed limit for that area. The comments that I've received from residents is that that's a very dense, children occupied area. And likely the average speed, now this is conjecture, of course, is probably less than the 25 miles. And by putting up a sign sort of permitting people to go as fast as 25, they feel is actually going to create the opposite problem of what they're trying to do, which is to increase safety. So it's challenging for me to vote for something that doesn't have the underlying data to substantiate the need to put that sign up. And that's just for the speed limit sign.
My apology, you probably didn't see my email.
I did see your email.
Yeah, okay. So 25 is the minimum you can go, and you can't go any lower than that. If you don't want the sign, you can say take the sign out. But this, everything was done with the approval of the HOA. So you always have to weigh whether one resident says carries more weight or something that's
Of course.
approved by the HOA carries more weight. So we have done everything that the HOA agreed to. Whatever is in the ordinance is what the HOA agreed to. If you don't vote for it, it stays whatever it is. And
Yeah, so
that-
right now, there's no speed limit sign. That's my understanding. And so we're actually putting in a speed limit.
I mean, you see, again, speed limit sign, as I outlined, is not part of the ordinance. The ordinance doesn't say put so many speed limit sign
But
at
it's in,
this
all right,
look.
so why is it in the package?
Because that's what they plan to do, but that's again up to us. If the engineer says don't put any speed limit sign, we won't put any speed limit sign. But because one person who is not professional traffic engineer says don't put sign, we will have take it out, and then somebody else says put two signs, we go next week and put sign. That's not how it works. So
I understand that.
right. So
But
again, I mean,
Again,
as a-
my point is that I'm fine with putting a sign in, but show me the data that that sign
No,
is actually going to be effective. And I think actually we're better off not putting a sign in. So
That's
That's
see,
my opinion,
that's
right.
that's a professional judgment of the engineer,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's impossible to do a study that you put a sign and see how fast people drive, then you take the sign out and see. I mean,
it's more and it's less than
Yeah.
that. It's what is the current average speed of that road today? There's no sign there today. So what is the average speed?
Yeah, I
I'd like to
mean-
know that. I'd like to know that before I make a decision about putting a sign up. That's all.
okay, I mean,
Sure.
that's your choice. I mean, whichever way council wants to vote, they can vote. But we are doing it based on what the
I understand.
professional traffic engineer is saying, not one person.
Of course.
Everybody has their own
That-
opinion. And so again, we have given you everything you need to know. 25 is the minimum speed limit. We can't go below that. And if council feels, I mean, when unfortunate accident happens, there was all hue and cry, there are not enough signs. Then we put a sign and person says, oh, not outside my house. Why you put sign outside my house? He harassed me for 3 months to take the sign outside his house.
That's
You're
also
never
good.
gonna,
I mean,
never
there
gonna
is-
get past that.
there is no-
That's always
there
the
is,
case.
there is no winning. So all I'm saying is I've given you a package that is approved by the homeowners association, and that's approved by the township professionals. Now, if somebody wants to second guess them, be my guest. That's your choice.
Yeah.
It's free country.
If I understand it, the pictures that we saw are basically an outline of what, they're not necessarily a piece of the ordinance itself. They're basically showing us where these things are and where they may put signs, but
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, we changed, on Alexander Road, we changed signs number of times because the engineer thought that was reasonable things to do. I mean, Alexander Road, we get 50 requests to change this sign from this location to that location. If we keep doing that, we just need one person to just keep moving signs around. So again, I mean, it's a professional opinion. It's approved by HOA. Now the ball is in your court.
most of the time I've seen where people, basically it's, Mike, did you want to say something first, by the way?
Mike, speak in the mic.
My only concern would be enforcement. Somebody was speeding in there and there was no sign, enforcement may be an issue.
Usually, like my neighborhood, most neighborhoods don't even get signs. 25 miles per hour is sort of statutory for certain types of roads, the way I've always understood it. And in a local neighborhood, you're supposed to know, and there sometimes people complain that people don't understand that somebody's riding, say, on New Village Road and they're going 40, and then they make a turn into your neighborhood and they don't understand that they're really supposed to.
You don't see a sign, it's 50. On a residential road, you don't see a sign, it's 25.
25, right.
That's, you don't need to have a sign, that, you should understand that as a driver.
But people do say, can you please put a sign?
Involved,
Yeah.
I bet most people don't know that.
Yeah.
90% of people don't know.
Which is why. Yeah, it is. But which is
Yeah,
why people
I-
do argue and
I-
they say, why won't you
I
put a
took it
sign?
30 years ago.
Yeah. I'm not going to say how long ago mine was. So.
Okay.
So anyway.
I have no other comments.
Fine, then we will go ahead and, can we call the roll?
Okay, Gauss,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss,
I abstain.
Whitfield, Mandel.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Moving along. Consent agenda?
Consent agenda, June 25th, 2025, special session, June 30th, 2025, business session, bills and claims.
Does anybody need anything pulled?
Nope.
Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Gauss,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Whitfield, Mandel.
Yes. Recommendations from administration and council clerk?
2025-R224, authorizing the tax collector to conduct an electronic tax sale. 2025-R225, authorizing the business administrator to purchase one 2023 Ford F-550 ambulance chassis from VCI Emergency Vehicle Specialists through the Houston Galveston Area Council, National Council, H-GAC by $270,047.67. 2025-R226, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute the master service agreement of a state accreditation implementation, policy management, and online training software platform from LexiPol LLC through the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Contract 011822-LXP, $86,399.10. 2025-R227, authorizing the business administrator to purchase upgrades and installation to the mobile digital video recording system for one police vehicle from Axon Enterprises, Inc. under New Jersey State Contract 17 Fleet 00738, $17,445.80. 2025-R228, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a one-year contract with Scheidler Excavating Company, Inc. for snow removal services through October 31st, 2026, $70,000. 2025-R229, authorizing the business administrator to execute change order number 1 final with U.S. Athletic Fields, Inc. for the project known as Winter 2025 Street Tree Removal and Stump Grinding for an increase of $4,855 for a total not to exceed $31,135. 2025-R230, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a license and use agreement with Boston Properties Limited Partnership for a fire safety event on November 1st, 2025. 2025-R231, resolution in support from local governing body authorizing participation in the 2025-2026 Sustainable Jersey PSE&G Energy Efficiency Partnership Program.
Thank you, Allison. Does anybody wish anything pulled? Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve?
I motion to approve resolutions
Mm.
2025 R224 through
R231.
231.
Yes.
Second,
Gawes,
yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Whitfield, Mandel.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, we're now going to introduce ordinance.
It's 2025-14, an ordinance establishing Chapter 166 entitled Towing and Storage of Vehicles of the Code of the Township of West Windsor, 1999.
Can I get a motion to introduce?
Motion to introduce.
Second.
Gawes,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Whitfield, Mandel.
Yes. Thank you.
Public hearing will be November 10th, 2025.
Okay, I'll now open the second public comment period. 3-minute limit per person as before. Is there anybody who wishes to get up and make a public comment? Nope. Oh, you do? Okay. Take your time.
Andy Bromberg, 24 Providence Drive. My left side is my weak side, so I am a little I'm under control. So if I look like I'm not coordinated or whatever, I'm conscious of my weaknesses. But beside that, I love the council meetings and I try to come to as many as I can. I mean, we could talk to you and you listen to us. And I'm surprised that only Mr. Charles is here. This is how we communicate and this is how we get action. So I'm surprised that it's not too crowded. Just a few days before the election. And I see Joe Charles in the audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. We always welcome everybody to our council meetings. Is there anybody else who wishes to make a public comment tonight? Seeing none, I will close the second public comment and move to council reports. Sonia, should start?
I have nothing to report. I haven't, the liaisons haven't, the committees haven't had any meetings since last meeting, so. Good. The only thing I want to say is happy Halloween to everyone. That's later this week, and just be safe on the roads and watch for kids running around trying to go get that best candy at that one particular house on the street. So just be careful.
Oh, can you publish that one house's?
We have one house that gives big bars and everybody wants to make it there before they run out. So, you know.
Okay, I know, state secret. State
Keep
secret.
it to our neighborhood.
Okay. Dan?
There were no meetings since our last meeting. The next Board of Ed meeting is this coming Tuesday, and then the Recreation Commission will be the following week. And comment about Halloween. It's funny, we spend our entire life teaching our children not talk to strangers or take food from strangers, and except for this weekend where we tell them the opposite. So go figure.
Mhm. All right. Okay.
Back.
Linda?
Right. Well, I hope on Halloween the weather won't be rainy because it gets
Hmm.
more dangerous. but the kids are going out, right? They're going to be out there. The Shade Tree Commission met on October 22nd. The permit application counts under Chapter 170 are 11 permits for October and 73 total so far this year. Discussion and edits to the draft new bamboo ordinance were done. The Shade Tree Commission will cancel its November 26th meeting, but will notice a special meeting for November 19th at 6:30 PM, where it expects to finalize its proposed bamboo ordinance and also finalize its expenditures for this year's budget. All the tree saplings in the open space on Ellsworth Drive have been removed and will be cared for by Shade Tree Commission members over the winter, and future plantings will be determined at another time. A municipal flyer for residents for the maintenance of new street trees was discussed, and also discussed was the themes for the 2026 Arbor Day Student Art Contest.
Thank you, Linda. EC has not met since last time. They do have a proposed gas leaf blower ordinance that they did submit to administration, or at least the bones of an ordinance. I've got a number of other related meetings coming up, including the County EV Steering Committee and a couple of meetings with the watershed group on the Assy Pink and Millstone Watershed MS4 joint projects. Moving along, is there any other administration updates at this point? No? Allison, anything? We're all good? There's no closed sessions, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We are adjourned at 8:06. Thank you to everybody that came out.